Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about something simple but genuinely life changing. Small habits. Have you ever heard about it? Not dramatic transformations, not overnight success, not wake up at 4 a.m. and become a millionaire energy. I mean small, realistic habits that slowly change your mindset, emotional health, and relationship with yourself. Because honestly, many people think healing or self growth only comes through giant life changes. But sometimes your mind changes quietly while folding clothes, cleaning your room, clearing old screenshots from your phone, watering plants, going for a walk, or making your bed after a difficult day. And I think that's beautiful, believe it or not, because healing is often hidden inside ordinary routines. So I used to think productivity only meant achieving huge goals. But over time, I realized something important. Small habits create emotional stability, and emotional stability changes the way we think. For example, have you ever noticed how different your mind feels when your room is messy versus when your space feels calm and organized? I mean to say that a cluttered room often creates a cluttered mind. That's why light cleaning can actually become a wellness habit. Not because your room needs to look perfect for Instagram, but because your environment affects your nervous system. Sometimes wiping your desk, folding clothes, changing bed sheets, or opening windows for fresh air can emotionally reset your entire mood. And honestly, folding clothes is underrated therapy. There is something strangely calming about slowly organizing your space while your thoughts settle at the same time. It creates a feeling of I'm taking care of my life, even in small ways. All those tiny moments matter more than we realize. I also think clearing digital space affects mental clarity. Most of us carry emotional chaos inside our phones. Unread emails, random screenshots, old conversations, apps we never use, notifications constantly screaming for attention. No wonder the brain feels overwhelmed. Sometimes deleting unnecessary files, organizing photos, cleaning your inbox, or unfollowing accounts that drain your energy can create real emotional relief. Digital wellness is wellness too. Your mind absorbs the environments you spend time in, including online spaces. And honestly, a peaceful phone feels surprisingly healing. I also think small habits rebuild self trust. Every time you complete a tiny task, your brain quickly registers, I can rely on myself. And you know what? That's powerful. Because many people are emotionally exhausted not only from big problems but from constantly feeling mentally scattered. Small habits create steadiness, and steadiness changes mindset. For example, drinking enough water, stretching in the morning, making tea slowly, taking deep breaths, going for evening walks, journaling for 5 minutes, or sleeping earlier. These things sound simple, but emotionally they create grounding. And grounded people think differently. When your nervous system feels calmer, your decisions become clearer. That's why wellness matters. I also think people underestimate how healing routines can become during difficult phases of life. When emotions feel unstable, small routine create emotional anchors. You may not control everything happening around you. You can still clean your desk, water a plant, cook nourishing food, light a candle, do yoga, or fold clothes peacefully. And sometimes these tiny actions remind the mind life is still manageable. I personally believe yoga and wellness practices work because they reconnect us with the presence. Okay, so when you watch a stretching video, then you stretch. And when you stretch slowly, breathe deeply, or move mindfully, your body exits survival mode for a moment. And many people desperately need that pause. You know why? Because modern life constantly overstimulates the brain. too much scrolling, too much comparison, too much noise, too much pressure, we rarely allow ourselves quietness anymore. That's why peaceful habits become healing habits. Even something as simple as making your morning slower can shift your entire emotional state. Instead of immediately checking notifications, try opening the curtain, stretching, drinking water, or sitting quietly for 2 minutes. Small changes, right? And there's a different energy. So, I also want to say this mindset is not built through motivation alone, but motivation disappears quickly because systems matter more. And tiny daily actions matter more than that. Because confidence grows through repetition, not perfection. And honestly, many people wait for life to become less stressful before taking care of themselves. But self care is what helps us handle stress better in the first place. That's why balance matters. Not extreme routines, not toxic productivity, only balance. And resting when tired, working with intention, cleaning gently instead of obsessively, using social media mindfully, taking breaks without guilt. All this, if we combine it, then it helps in growing in balanced environments. And I also think gratitude can become a mindset changing habit, not forced positivity, role appreciation for small moments. Like fresh bed sheets, warm food, a peaceful evening, a completed task, a clean room, sunlight entering the window. So, when you begin noticing small comforts, life starts feeling emotionally softer. And softness is healing too. Another habit that changes mindset, speaking kindly to yourself. Some people maintain beautifully clean homes while emotionally bullying themselves internally all the time. Your inner environment matters too. Okay, so imagine speaking to yourself the way you speak to someone you deeply care about. Like you are keeping more patience, you have more compassion, you have less pressure. That emotional shift changes everything. And I also think protecting your peace is a habit. Not every conversation deserves your energy, not every opinion deserves your attention, not every opportunity deserves your exhaustion. So sometimes maturity looks like quietly choosing peace over chaos. And honestly, peaceful people often become more creative too. When the mind feels less overwhelmed, ideas flow more naturally. That's why many writers, artists, and creators feel inspired after cleaning their room, walking outside, journaling, or reorganizing their environment. Mental clarity creates creative clarity. I also think many people are searching for giant answers while life quietly improves through tiny, consistent actions. So fold the clothes, clean the corner of the room, delete unnecessary stress on your phone, drink water, stretch, rest, open the windows, cook nourishing food, take deep breaths. And these tiny habits may look small, but emotionally they tell your mind, I deserve care. And that mindset changes everything slowly. Because healing is rarely one dramatic moment. It is usually hundreds of tiny moments where you choose to take care of yourself. So if your life currently feels overwhelming, don't pressure yourself to transform overnight. Okay, just start smaller. Create one peaceful habit, then another, then another. And slowly, your environment changes, your thoughts change, your energy changes, your mindset changes. Not because life suddenly became perfect, but because you began creating balance intentionally. And perhaps that's the real secret. Small habits quietly create big emotional shifts. So tonight, maybe folding the clothes, clearing the digital clutter, clean one corner of your room, light a candle, play calming music, take one deep breath, and remind yourself small care is still care. And if this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more conversations on healing, wellness, balance, and slow living. Take care of your mind, protect your peace, and I'll see you in the next video.